Right then, so we're going to talk about a little bit about the old coronavirus, COVID-19. Oh yes, the old
Coronavirus.
cor- yeah, that whole shitstorm. Anyway, so yeah, so it's mad really how it is actually quite mad how we're still everyone's trying to get back to normal. The kids are going back to school. I'm back doing my job, which I enter 10 people's houses a day. You know, I have a mask on, I have to wear my gloves and all. But people don't believe it's still out there. And it's unreal. Like, to me, it's mad how. Like, look when we went for that meal. Oh my god, how many households in your party? And we were like, two. There was three, but we were like two. And it was like, innit?
Well, yeah, like I say, you can sit 2 meters away from a stranger, but you can't take more than 5 people from yours or two
Yeah,
households of people that you know.
yeah. That's what I find to be the strangest. Is that I can go to a pub, sit next to 30 strangers. It's actually been said. I think it was. I might be wrong.
And they're never 2 meters away. You try and make it 2 meters away. The restaurants are doing all they can. You're trying your best, but it's never fully 2 meters away.
No,
It never is.
but that's what I'm saying. No, I like when I think I read it. It was somewhere in Scotland. I think they said that they banned from seeing. You weren't allowed to see family again, but you still go to the pub.
Yeah.
It's like I don't me wrong. Yes, like you say, the pubs are trying to do their best, and you know they're putting hand sanitizer out. They're saying social distance. But look at that time we went to Liverpool. The whole idea of where Four on a Bench started. We have explained this before, but this is the actual weekend. We
Where we got the inspiration
yeah,
for Four on a Bench.
we'd had enough
We were let out of our cage.
yeah
We'd had enough of our four walls in our
travel
hometown.
travel restrictions had been lifted, and we were like, right. Well, originally we were meant to be going to a lodge, weren't we, for our friend's birthday.
Yes.
That went tits up. We were meant to be a lodge, meant to be a 3-day weekend. Boom. It was meant to be the bomb. Then COVID happened and it went. So we ended up going to Liverpool for the weekend. Nothing major. We didn't go out drinking. We basically got 8 bottles of wine, Cluedo, the board game, stayed in a hotel for the night. But we did go up Matthew Street, and that was just unreal.
Yeah, the people were literally right next to each other. It was the only street that I decided to use my mask because I had to. People were
Yeah.
everywhere in Matthew Street.
Yeah, it was stupid.
You get that it's a tourist attraction, but have a little bit of general knowledge with trying to stay away from people.
Yeah, basically.
And it might sound awful because we'd obviously gone there, but you just didn't realise how much people were not taking it seriously until you see that and you're like, oh god, get
Yeah.
away from here.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought maybe a few drinkers, like as ourselves. Our plan was that weekend was, oh mate, if maybe one, because we hadn't had a pint in we had beers in the house and that, but a pint from a pulled pint from a draft pint from a pub we hadn't had in so long.
I was open to going for a pint
Yeah.
until I seen it, and I
Yeah.
was like, no, we're going straight back to the room, playing Cluedo and staying in.
Yeah, we literally,
Sounds boring, but
yeah, we literally went from staying at our home, travelled away to Liverpool, and stayed in a hotel. But it was different. Like I say, we wanted to get away and everything. But my last straw when we walked through Matthew Street, like you saw some stragglers, you saw some pissheads, was these 3 girls. Right, it was 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and they were there for the night, for the day and the night, and they were pissed at their fucking tree. And it was like, Jesus, I know I know you've missed it. I'm not judging. But come on, to hold it back a little bit. You're not like a drug addict. Like, give me heroin. Give me beer on Matthew Street. It's like, calm down.
yeah, it's not needed, is it?
No, it wasn't. But that's what I'm saying. Though, at the end of the day, this COVID, it is still out there. We've literally just looked at a chat on the internet,
And you
and
can see that it's starting to rise again. The second peak will be upon us before you know it.
yep,
And people just don't believe that it's still there. Everyone knows it's still there, but it's like as if they're just trying to sweep it under the carpet.
it's like as if people are trying to forget.
Yeah, I think people are trying to push it to the side because they don't want to, and obviously nobody wants it to come back.
No,
But I don't think anybody wants to believe that it is still here and wants to.
do you know what, mate? Actually, to cut you off there, do you know what a mate of mine actually said to me? He goes, he actually wants it to come back, and I was like, why? He goes, oh mate, I had like 4 months off. It was amazing. I was like, what were you doing for 4 months? He goes, oh, just gaming and that, innit? I was like, Jesus.
I mean, I get
like
wanting some time off work, but come on, you don't want a pandemic to come back with, well, like I say, it's still here, but you don't want it to come back a massive peak and more people lose members of their family, and it's ridiculous.
That's it.
Nobody could want that to keep stalking us as a, not even just Britain, as the whole world. You don't want it to keep stalking you because it is still there and it's scary.
Of course, it's scary. I'm not. Look at before lockdown. Like, we didn't take it very seriously, because why would we? Whatever.
Well, we didn't know what it was.
No,
Nobody
but
knew what it was.
Then when our work literally right next week, we're not coming into work. We're like, whoa, and me and you, we were mentally preparing ourselves for losing a loved one. I mean, touch wood,
Luckily,
we haven't.
I don't know anybody who has even had it, I don't think. Which is a good thing, but it's not the point. It doesn't mean you're not going to know somebody. It is still there, it could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
And, it's...
But that is my point as well, though, is that even though we don't know anyone that hasn't got ill or died from it or anything like that, doesn't mean it isn't out there. And the people who are acting stupid and saying, oh yeah, it's good, I have it every day off people. I go to their houses and I go to repair their stuff, and they're like, oh, like, I'm wearing my mask, I'm wearing my gloves, I've just got to put loads of hand sanitizer on my hands underneath my gloves to make sure I'm clean. And they're like, oh my god, what are you wearing that for? Oh, it's gone now. And I'm like, it hasn't though.
Yeah.
Or you just listen to the media too much. And it's like, I get where they're coming from, because I ain't being funny. From what I saw in the media, there's spreading the word, spreading awareness, and then there's fear mongering.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The worst one for it, I have found, and I'm a massive fan of him. I actually like Piers Morgan. I think I liked him more than I do now. I liked him more in the past than I do now. I think I don't know, I think he's just, he likes to be a knob for the sake of being a knob these days.
Yeah.
He likes to just be always on the opposite sides of people. He always likes to argue. But he was constantly, every day on Twitter, oh my gosh, there's statistics of this, oh my god this, oh my god people dying this, oh my god people dying that. Now, doesn't say a word. Doesn't say nothing about it.
Well, I mean,
because to me, sorry, go on.
We had a Daily Nation daily brief. What happened to that? Have they all just swanned off on holiday now, or what? Like,
I think it's still on. No, they've had their break in there. Their yearly. Don't they have like a break of the government? I'm certain I read it somewhere the other day that Boris Johnson that when they were back in Parliament and that Keir Starmer ripped him a new arsehole.
Right.
They just come back from their break or something like that. I might be wrong, but I'm certain that's what I heard. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
I don't feel like they're keeping the whole country as informed now because, like I say, even they seem to be sweeping it under the carpet.
No, yeah,
Like as if to say, oh, it is going, not going to be gone. Stop being silly.
That's it. Well, funny enough, right? Actually, I was talking to me nan about it today, and we were discussing the difference between England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. And she was saying all that. My nan's, she's a conservative through and through. She literally, years ago, got my granddad kicked out of the Labour Club because she was a conservative. My granddad went to go for the pints in the Labour Club, and they were like, no way, Benny. Then they were like, why? You've seen what your wife's doing, posting all around the streets and all, putting conservative posts.
Granddad got banned because Nan was conservative.
That's what I mean. It's her political. I can't really say I've got a political stance. So
Their opinion. Everyone can have an opinion.
That's it. But we were discussing it today, and she was going on about Mark Drakeford. He's a Labour. He's the First Minister of Wales, who's also Labour. And she was like, oh, this, that, the other. He's being so awkward for Wales and this, that, the other. And I went, yeah, but look at it this way, though. I said, England are starting to have spikes. England's a big country. That's probably the reason why.
Yeah.
I said, but look, they've had lockdowns in Leicester, lockdowns in Oldham. Is it Brentford, I think?
There's more cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's more people.
That's why it seems to be spiking.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's because of the government's fault.
Yeah.
But I think, but there's been none in Wales. There's been spikes like in Wrexham. I've just read up now, Caerphilly. There's been 2 in Wrexham actually, one in Rowan Foods and one in the hospital. They've been to spikes, but they haven't been that bad to be like lockdown again. There's not one place in Wales that's been locked down, but there has
Oh,
been in
no.
England and there has been in Scotland.
Apparently, it's been flattening in Wales actually at the moment.
So I can't say he's done a bad job. But is that because we're a smaller country?
Well, this is it. You know, I'm not sure on that one.
Like if you go to Wales, you can see like, you know, if you go to England, cities everywhere, millions of people.
Yeah,
You go to Wales, you know, it's mainly villages and sheep.
sheep and Greenland,
Yeah, you know, and
and
Like-
little villages with corner shops.
yeah, but it's like like I was saying, like the population of Wales, 3 million. Population of Northern Ireland, 1.5 million. Population of Scotland, 10 million. Population of England, I think it's either 56 or 59 million. I mean, it's a lot more people in England, so it's going to be a
It's
lot
big,
more
big
danger.
jump, isn't it?
But it was always so strange how I always found it that England was the first one to come out of lockdown, even though they've got the more population.
I just think someone had to take that step.
Yeah, but you can't really say it was the right step. I mean, it hasn't gone straight back up, but
Yeah, but I suppose Boris needed to sort of be the role model and start the ball rolling with that.
I suppose so. Yeah, someone had to.
I sort of agree someone had to start that.
I suppose so.
And
Yeah.
he got the ball rolling. He is the Prime Minister. Someone had to do it. You know, and everyone else sort of followed suit. Whether it was a week, 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
everything sort of fell together. You know, it's alright saying, you know, all the nations, this, that and the other, Northern Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland, we are all Britain.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is a time where everyone should really be pulling together.
Yeah, joining to be instead of 4 nations,
Yeah.
Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, England, be a Great Britain,
Just be a
be a
Great Britain.
union,
Just-
United Kingdom.
Yes,
Yeah.
just unite.
But
Pandemic, there's a crisis going on.
do you know what I have
Stick
noticed
together.
though? Do you know what I've noticed though is that as soon as this people not everyone, but like I was watching, like I said earlier, Keir Starmer, Labour, you know, for Labour, he ripped Boris Johnson a new asshole. That's all Labour have done through this. Conservatives done this wrong. Conservatives done that
The
wrong.
blame
just
game.
friggin' just stick together.
Yeah, they're just all trying to like shove blame upon each other for different things. Why?
Because
Really, at this moment in time, does that need to be done?
no, of course it doesn't.
No,
That's the
stick
problem.
together, back each other. Stop trying to rip into each other.
At the end of the day, you've got to help each other
It's not going to get you
in
anywhere.
a You know, it's like you know, that's all it is. Just be united. You know, obviously it's not going to stay like that. But while it's here right now, this pandemic, you've got to be united
Yeah,
and being at each other's heads. You know, have each other's necks, going, "Yeah, you done this wrong. You done that wrong." It's like, it's like, come on, just stop being like children.
yeah,
You know, your fault. I'm going to tell mum on you.
yeah. Just unite.
And that's it, really.
Stop being so silly.
But no, like I say about the COVID, you know, at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's still out there. It's like I say, where we live, the people we know, no one's contracted it, no one's died, no one's even got ill. I'm not saying people haven't where we live. Touch wood, yeah, touch wood. I'm not saying people haven't where we live, but at the same time, though, you've still got to be aware. You've still got to be, what's the word?
Alert.
Alert. Yeah, you've still got to be, and that's it. At the end of the day,
Stay
you've got to
alert.
get back on with your life. You have
Yeah.
got to, you know, like I'm back in work now, you're back in work now. The kids have gone back to school this week. And
But like everyone should. I mean, I'm the sort of person that, believe it or not, even before all this, would have socially distanced.
yeah,
Because I just am. And even the likes of in work, where people literally just walk right up to you, literally right up, not even within half a metre distance from you.
I know.
And, you know, whether they're old, young, you know, or in any way, it doesn't matter. Anyone can get it. But the fact is, you feel like saying, you know, step back. But because everyone seems like it's just brushed under the carpet, you're like, oh, can't I now? Obviously you can. But, you know, people look at you like as if you're... People look at you like as if you're, I don't know, like having a go rather than actually thinking of
Yeah.
their health.
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
thinking, whoa, I've just got to step back because I'm thinking of your health here.
Do you know what
Yours and mine, but yours as well, you know?
Yeah, well, do you know I actually went to a house the other day to change a lock, and that's what I do. I'm a carpenter, and I literally went there to change a lock, and no joke, I had to break in first because they'd lost their key and the door had jammed, whatever. So I literally had to break in. I had this dude, and literally at one point I thought he was going to climb on me back, and I was like, mate, I'm not being funny, can you just step back? And he was like, oh, what for? And I went, well, for two reasons. You're in my personal space, and COVID, you know. Oh my god, mate, COVID's, I don't even know why you're wearing that mask, COVID's not even round no more. I was like, well, alright, if that's what you believe, that's up to you. I said, but mate, it's still my personal space.
Yeah.
So I've got a hammer and a crowbar here. I said, don't hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'll go over there then. And he literally went about a metre away from me, still watching me. And it was like, dude, I don't like you in that way. Frig off.
I mean, whether this pandemic's here or not as well, no offence, but why does anyone get in anyone's personal space anyway?
Thank you. Yeah, that's my... Yeah.
It's just, no. It's a no-go. It's somebody's personal space. You don't have to walk right up to them.
Yeah.
You don't have to be right there. I do not want to smell your breath. Step away.
Honestly, it's that's what I'm saying
That
though
really
again.
annoys
But,
me,
yeah.
that.
Oh mate, that's what I'm saying though. But yeah, anyway, with COVID, like I say, it's still around. Everyone's got to be alert, and everyone's just got to be smart and be safe. Be smart, be safe, and that's that.
And general knowledge.
Yeah, like I say, me and you, we don't like being around people anyway, so it's a win-win situation for us,
It's a win-win.
and that's that. So
4 on a
So-
bench. Over and out.